Welcome students. In this video we are going to see question number 4 to 6 from exercise 4.3. Now the question number 4, the sum of reciprocals of Rahman's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. Find his present age. So what we need to find out? Rahman's present age. So let us assume let Rahman's present age be x years. Now 3 years ago, and that too reciprocal. Is it okay? And 5 years from now, again reciprocal. So what will be the equation now? So reciprocal of his age before 3 years means it will be 1 upon x minus 3, and reciprocal of his age 5 years from now it will be 1 upon x plus 5 is equal to 1 by 3. Now you got the equation and you have to convert this equation into standard form and then solve it for getting the value of x. Now here you are finding that in denominator there is x minus 3 and x plus 5. So we will first simplify LHS. Okay, so now by taking LCM, so we get x plus 5 into x minus 3 as the LCM. Then in numerator you will get x plus 5 plus x minus 3 is equal to 1 by 3. Even you can think of doing like cross multiplication here. Is it okay? And then you get the next step. Now simplify this particular step. So you get x plus 5. Just a minute. So it is x plus 5 plus x minus 3 upon expanding the product, that is x minus 3 into x plus 5. So you will get it as x square plus 5x minus 3x minus 15 is equal to 1 by 3. So 2x plus 2 upon x square plus 2x minus 15 is equal to 1 by 3. Now again do the cross multiplication here. So you will get it as 3 into 2x plus 2 is equal to x square plus 2x minus 15. Simplifying these calculations, you will get the final step as x square minus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. Is it okay? So what we have done, we got the equation and then we simplified, and then final equation we obtained to be x square minus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. This is quadratic equation in standard form. So now what is A here? A is 1, B is minus 4 and C is minus 21. So then using quadratic equation, can we find the roots of this particular equation? So put the values. Now here x is equal to minus of minus 4 plus minus square root of minus 4 whole square minus 4 into 1 into minus 21 upon 2 into 1. Simplify. So you get x is equal to 4 plus minus square root of 16 plus 84, which is nothing but 100, and square root of 100 is 10 upon 2. So you get x is equal to 4 plus minus 10 upon 2. Now what are the root values? So you will get x is equal to 4 plus 10 upon 2 is equal to 14 upon 2, that is x is equal to 7, and another value will be x is equal to 4 minus 10 upon 2, that is equal to minus 6 upon 2. So that is minus 3. Now it is very clear that age cannot be negative. So x minus 3 is not at all possible. So we write this value is not possible. So what is the final answer? Rahman's present age is 7 years. Are you getting? Let us go to the next problem. Now in a class test, the sum of Shefali's marks in mathematics and English is 30. Had she got 2 marks more in mathematics and 3 marks less in English, the product of their marks would have been 210. Again underline the word product of their. This product of their marks, that means you are going to have a quadratic equation. Is it clear, children? That is clear idea or clear hint for selecting quadratic equation. Is it okay? Because in examination again it will not be given that this problem belongs to quadratic equation or equations, pair of equation in 2 variable. So underline product of their marks so that you will remember that in such kind of problem you are going to have quadratic equations. So let us go for the solution now. So let Shefali's marks in mathematics be x. So naturally her marks in English will be 30 minus x, because their sum of marks is 30. Sum of marks is 30. So English will be 30 minus x, as x are the marks in mathematics. Now what is the condition? 2 marks more in mathematics, that is x plus 2 into 30 minus x, that is marks in English minus 3. 30 minus x are marks in English and less by 3, that is minus 3. And product of these two marks is coming 210. So what does it mean? X plus 2 into 27 minus x is equal to 210. Now opening the bracket and solving part is left here. It is actually homework for you. So you are going to do and get the value of Shefali's marks in mathematics and English. Okay, so that is homework for you. Let us go to the next question. The diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more than the shorter side. If the longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side, find the sides of the field. Is it okay? Now here we are going to talk about a shape that is rectangle. So we draw rectangle and then diagonal. Then it is very clear that when we talk about rectangle and diagonal, so you get a right angle triangle. Now what you need to find out? Sides of the field. That means you need to find out length and breadth. So we will assume that. Is it okay? Now which is the shorter side? So breadth we say, so we take shorter side as x. So now shorter side, if I take it to be x, then what will be length? It will be x plus 30. And what is the diagonal? That is x plus 60. So can we say that x plus 60 is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle, and x plus 30 are the sides of the right angle triangle? And as there is right angle triangle, which theorem we can use? So we can use Pythagoras theorem. So to visualize the problem, you can draw such kind of rough figures in the right hand side corner by pencil, so that you can write equation very quickly. So we say let the shorter side of the rectangle be x. So naturally diagonal will be x plus 60, because diagonal is 60 meters more than the shorter side. Shorter side is x, so x plus 60 will be the diagonal. The longer side will be x plus 30. And using Pythagoras theorem, you can write x square plus x plus 30 whole square will be equal to x plus 60 square whole square. Is it okay? Because right angle triangle is, in that particular right angle triangle, diagonal is the hypotenuse. Now solving this equation, so expanding the square brackets, so x square plus 60x plus 900 is equal to x square plus 120x plus 3600. Then simplifying, collecting the like terms and arranging right hand side to be 0. So you get x square minus 60x minus 2700 is equal to 0. Because 900 minus 3600 will be minus 2700 is equal to 0. Now see here, A is 1, B is minus 60 and C is minus 2700. As I told, if A or C, if any value is negative, then that particular equation has real root. So there is no need to worry about b square minus 4ac. It will be positive only. But if you go with these big values, and that too in quadratic formula, it may lead to calculation mistake. So in this case, can we go by splitting middle term method? Because we can easily split 2700 as 90 into 30, and 90 minus 30 will be 60. So instead of going with quadratic formula, I have used here splitting middle term method, that is x square minus 90x plus 30x minus 2700 is equal to 0. This is also very correct approach to solve the problem. Is it okay? Quadratic formula you can use, but when numbers are bigger, and if you can easily use the splitting middle term method, and if you can use, means if that equation is of that kind, then go with splitting middle term method. So now taking again x common, so x minus 90 plus 30 common from the next two terms, so you get x minus 90. So what are the factors? X minus 90 into x plus 30. Equating each one to 0. So you get x minus 90 is equal to 0 or x plus 30 is equal to 0. So we get x is equal to 90 here, and here you get x is equal to minus 30. Now length or distance cannot be negative, so x minus 30 is not possible. So then which is the left value with us? X is equal to 90. So then shorter side is 90 meter and longer side is 90 plus 30, that is 120 meters. So what are these shorter side and longer side? So these are sides of the rectangular field. So we write sides of the field are 90 meter and 90 plus 30, that is 120 meter. So what we understand by solving these three problems? First thing, how to identify that we in which situation we can go with quadratic equation. Then how to select the methods, whether to go with quadratic formula or to go with splitting middle term method. That also is very important. Is it okay? So children, I hope you have understood these three problems and the important concepts which we have discussed in this video. So see you in next video. Thank you.